This week, I'm tackling Italy's hardest mountain bike race, the Appenninica Stage Race, a 5-day mountain bike race that traverses the Emilia-Romagna region, climbing upwards of 40,000 feet over 210 miles. Along with 150 racers from all over the world, I'll race through small Italian villages and descend rugged mountain ridgelines. This is going to be unlike anything I've ever done before.
Okay Google, what is 12,000 meters in feet?
This is like the least I've ever known about what I'm getting into. There will be sweet success, bitter heartbreak.
It's just funny, there wasn't one thing, it was like 12.
And naturally, lots and lots of pasta here in the homeland of Parmesan cheese. These adventures would not be possible without our team on Patreon. If you want to help us keep making videos and watch part 2 early, you can head to patreon.com/SidandMackey and join the team.
Good job, keep going.
Okay, go, Sid, go.
Yeah.
I am almost packed and ready to head to Italy, but before I get everything in the car and head to the airport, I want to take a minute to thank the sponsor of this video, Coros. Many of you have noticed that we have been using the Coros Dura cycling computers for several months now, and we have absolutely been loving this device. One of my favorite aspects of this computer is how long the battery lasts. And I figured this was a perfect video to talk about it because we're going to do a little experiment. I have charged it to 100% at the end of Appenninica after my openers and warm-up rides and the entire race. We'll take a look and see what the battery is at. Not only is the battery life just incredible in its own, it also has this solar recharging panel, so if you're riding in the sun or leaving your computer out in the sun, it will recharge. I will also be using this in the high accuracy GPS mode because I don't know a whole lot about this race. I don't know how well marked it's going to be, so I want to make sure I have all of the courses loaded and can follow them with the navigation feature here. A huge thank you to Coros for sponsoring this channel and supporting us to do crazy things like this race in Italy. If you want to check out the Dura, go ahead and scan the QR code or click the link in the description or pinned comment of this video. All right, it is finally time to go to Italy. All right. Let's go to Italy. Made it. Made it to the first race lodging, and you guys, it is gorgeous here. Also, this drive made it very clear how they get 12,000 meters of climbing in this race because it is like straight up and straight down. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I've been going a little stir crazy over the past 24 hours. I did get out for a ride yesterday, and then I did my openers this morning, and now it is finally time to go to the race venue and get my number plate, and then I will like have things to do.
Appenninica has my dream vehicle. Literally, I've wanted one of these. Just ask Mackie, I've wanted one for years. Kind of obsessed. Look how cute it is!
It's now time to go through the goodie bag, go through all the important stuff and get things set up for tomorrow and then decide on my nutrition plan. So we've got these stickers with elevation profiles, which also tell you where each aid station is, which is super helpful. You can put those on your top tube. Number plate, bib, and then this is the safety transponder hat, which actually is good because I forgot to bring a hat. Tomato paste. Well, that's a first. I've never gotten tomato paste in a swag bag before, but I am really excited about this. I'm not gonna lie. That is so much better than like terrible flavors of goo. Perhaps most importantly, the timing chip goes on your seat post. Install timing chip, install number plate. Okay, it's getting real. Guys, look, we've made a friend. Hi, buddy. I think his name's Hugo. He likes to come close, but doesn't let you pet him. Hi. Doesn't that slow blink mean they like you? I can see if I ignore the cat, he will come closer. So we're gonna ignore the cat. rapid fire bike check. But first, look how happy he is. So this is the RE Signal Peak SL 3.0. We've got the brand new Shimano XTR on here. So far I've been loving the new XTR. Pretty flawless. I did swap the battery yesterday, but I didn't need to. It still had half the charge, but we're not messing this week. Running double Maxxis Aspens on the Noble 35s with bird spokes. Fox 34 SL. I've really loved this fork. We went to 130. Oh, the cat's being cute. Oh, look at him. We've got the SL shock as well. Expedo pedals, new Shimano XTR brakes, Velo saddle, and my really dorky looking timing chip is the course profile for tomorrow, which is 2,300 meters of climbing. And no, that is not a joke. Let's talk fueling for tomorrow. I will say this is a big puzzle right now. Variable number one that we don't know is how long it's gonna take. Variable number two is I don't know if Mackie is gonna make it to do support for me tomorrow because he is driving from France.
All right, here's my second row call up.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix my high carb in the morning. And if I have to put more high carb in the bottles and make it much higher concentration, I will do that. If I think I can get a bottle from him, I will do that. I think 3 bottles of high carb. I'm also gonna supplement with some gels. Been trying these carbs fuel gels recently. And then I'll have a bar for a little bit of real food. This is the newest scratch flavor, big fan. That will be under, this takes 5 hours. If it takes over 5 hours, I don't know what I'm doing at all, you guys. This is like the least I've ever known about what I'm getting into with a race. Google shows Mackie's in Bologna. Hoping this means that the rental car is gonna make it all the way. Apparently the engine light is on in the rental car. Classic, you guys, classic. Look who's here.
I made it. Talk about how you're feeling.
Feeling stressed.
So many things to do that you can't remember what they are.
And I can't remember what they are, so I'm stressed. I also need a camera.
Yes.
GoPro with a battery in it. Oh, we're doing great.
How you doing?
I feel stressed.
You got this. It's gonna be fun. Mwah.
Thanks.
Good luck. Have fun. Okay, Sid is off to go get her warm-up in. She seems a little nervous, but that's the appropriate reaction before a race. You should be nervous.
Road rules, so stay on the right side as much as possible. Cominciamo dietro la moto, rispettando il codice della strada, state a destra il più possibile.
Ok, abbiamo anche la sindaca che vuole dare il via.
Okay, stage 1 Appenninica has started. Sid looked like in a pretty good place, like top probably quarter. Now I'm gonna try to make it to the aid station before she gets there. So yeah, hopefully Google Maps doesn't lead me wrong.
This stage started out pretty spicy with a flat road section into a fire road descent. And as usual, everyone went out guns blazing, yours truly included. But I did try to keep this effort relatively measured, while still avoiding getting too clogged up on the first single track section. This is always a delicate balance to strike, but in this case, I think it worked out fairly well. Something like a group fire road descent. Slippery, rocky, right it back. You got it.
over my heart rate on this off-down stuff.
I ended up going into the first real climb of the day in first place, but with Lola right on my tail. And man, oh man, did this first exposed, boiling hot, and very steep climb give us a good taste of what was in store for the rest of the week.
That's pretty good. 20% grade, paved roads, not all of Europe.
Made it to the aid station. Don't know how long I have, but I'm gonna try checking the live tracking, see if I can figure it out. Live tracking. All this is showing me is like overall position. Based on that, she is 30th. That's great. But yeah, I can see where she is, and I just have to figure out where I am compared to where they are, and then I should get an idea of how long until I see her.
Alright, first big climb, mostly done. See? See? They're very tiny. If I come by. Yep. There it is. Grazie.
Did you put water in the other bottle?
No, but I can use this one. Go, you got this. Nice job. All right, Sid just came through the aid station. She's currently in second, which is awesome, and was about 2 minutes behind, would be my guess. Gave her another bottle of super high carb, filled up one of her bottles so she would have more water, because she felt like she didn't need to fill her pack. Yeah, that's it. So that's a great spot. I'm very stoked for her. I'm gonna now head down to the finish and try to be there when she's done.
Nice, friendly little loose rocky wall. My favorite. Oh, this is insanely pretty. Wow. Now, you're down the other side. Okay. Diggity. Let's go. Too much air in my tires for sure. Well, the descent was fun, but it was over really quick. So now we are grinding up again, 1,100 feet. I don't know if that's gonna get us to the top, the high point or not. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just riding mountain race, enjoying the grind. This is beautiful, and as long as we're in the shade, the heat is manageable. Wow, this is stunning. This is insane. Epic. Absolute hoot. Hooting down that flat bed. Almost fell in a creek. That was way freaking deeper than it looked. It's a huge hole. Now my feet are soaked, which honestly feels lovely, but long term is a bit unfortunate for stage race. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Alright, we got about 5.5 miles to go. Pedal or push? Go for it. Rocks are hidden under the leaves, which feels weird. We're going so fast on the road that we were hiking around a construction site.
Good job.
I never felt terrible. I just I was definitely climbing at capacity. And how far back did I end up?
3, just under.
Enjoy. That was a doozy. That was definitely like Breck Epic stage levels of difficulty. We didn't know going into this, we're like, is the climbing gonna be roads, easy, fast? I would say like about half of it was easy and fast. The other half, which mind you is still like almost 4,000 feet, was pretty steep, loose. There was a couple techie single track climbs. And honestly, like, it was stunning. Ridgeline section, probably one of the prettiest places I've ridden my bike. The descents were a hoot. The descent off the ridgeline was probably my favorite. That was an absolute blast. It then kind of went into this section that I think the best way to describe it would be hazardous. Very steep fire road, loose rocks, sticks. Overall, fueling went well, hydrated well. I honestly feel pretty decent, which is great news. I also made the mistake of flipping to a screen that showed me power at one point, halfway through the race, and I was doing 240 watts, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go away from that screen and go back to what we're doing, because it felt right.
What do you know about tomorrow's stage?
Nothing.
Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
I am okay. Definitely woke up pretty sore in the legs. That is to be expected. I have drank down my salt water, feeling a little ill. Also to be expected, just as usual, feeling bloated, tired, and gross, but doesn't mean we can't race good. So I'm changing things up a little bit today. Basically, I'll be carrying 1 bottle of high carb and 1 bottle of plain water to splash on myself, because I really noticed yesterday that the cooling made a huge difference. Yesterday I was spraying water from my pack, which has electrolytes in it, on myself, which I would rather not do because I would like to consume the electrolytes. So I think having the splashing bottle will be nice. That's the plan. Suit up, grab the gels, turn on my tracking chip, and get ready to go.
You got this. Turn that frown upside down. There we go.
See you at the start.
We'll be there.
For the rest of the race, you'll occasionally see and hear my parents. When Sid's race dates lined up with their Europe trip, they decided to come spectate and help me out with support crewing, and we ended up having a blast.
All right, stage 2 has started. Sid and everyone is off. Today's stage is a little shorter than yesterday, 12 kilometers shorter. There are only 200 meters less climbing. Obviously, it's gonna be even steeper than yesterday. I think the time should be a little shorter. So we're gonna hop in the van. We're gonna go up to aid station 1 and see her come by.
The only beta I got on the start line about this stage was that it was worth going hard at the start because there's only a short climb before the first descent. Fortunately for me, I can do a hot start. Unfortunately for me, a short climb here is apparently still 600 feet of elevation gain, so I definitely mistimed the effort a bit. I went into the single track in first place, but also breathing out my eyeballs and unsure I would be able to maintain the position.
Go, Sid!
Yeah, Sid! Woo woo! Yeah, yeah, no!
Oh, interesting. Okay. That was an extremely European mountain bike descent right there. Like a cobblestone road that has disintegrated. Oh, that was fun. 1,000-foot climb, here we go.
Getting to the aid station was a little harder than we expected. The road got rough. There was some question as to whether or not the vehicles could make it past. Well, we made it. Then I had to run for, I don't know, maybe a mile. But I'm here, and Sid is not here yet, so that's great news. Cold bottle's ready for her. Bottle is high carb. Hopefully she's feeling good.
Yes, Sid. Yes, Sid. Over here. Over here.
All right, you put this on yourself. I'll take care of your bottles. Go, go, go. Nice job. She looked good. She looked calm. She looked controlled. Yeah. She's in first place, which is awesome news. It has now been 3 minutes, and we have not seen the current leader. Hopefully she's feeling good, keeps feeling good. We're gonna go to finish and see what happens.
The second big descent of the day was not quite as fun as the first, as it was basically a mock speed fire road descent, which was honestly a little terrifying. I was also starting to really feel the effort and the heat at this point, and I definitely started to have a bit of an internal debate about whether it made sense to focus on the stage win or bury myself to try to move into the lead. My body was screaming at me to save something for the next 3 days, but my brain really wanted one of those pink leader jerseys.
Horrifyingly fast fire road descent. Oh, geez, let's not fall in the creek here. That would be a bad start to the climb. Now, 1,000-foot climb, which is basically, dare I say, the last climb? I don't think it's the last climb. It's the last big climb. I am still leading. How long that will last? Unsure. I feel like, mostly I'm shocked she hasn't caught me. I'm definitely out over my skis, as they say, on today's effort. But you know what? YOLO. You know, go for it, you'll never know. 1,000 feet and 1.5 miles is kind of a lot, though. Not gonna lie. But not the worst I've seen. Not the worst. I'm starting to get some less than pleasant sensations, but we are just trying to stay consistent. I'm very happy to see something like that. Also, we are going downhill. 3 miles to go. 3 miles to go. Being kind of conservative, but also not so conservative that I'm on the brakes, which causes me to flat, so we'll see. Pretty Breckenridge-like, which is funny. It's like some of those flume trails. Oh wow. Oh, ain't that pretty. Oh wow, wow, wow. Let me look into a much more technical part. I ended up taking a very bad line. Danger. What do you think it is? Exposure? Oh my god. Not even exposure by Los Alamos standards. Maybe that's not the danger. Maybe this is the danger. Yeah. Actually. Less than 2 miles. Oh, we're really close.
Good job.
I YOLO'd from the start. It's probably a terrible idea.
It was amazing.
I just want a pink jersey, even if I just destroy myself for the rest of the week. I just want a pink jersey, so. Oh, that's cold. Well, I decided my strategy for today was to hit it real hard on that first climb because my philosophy is if you can't beat them, scare them, and sometimes you beat them in the process too. Had a third best all-time 5-minute
Whoa.
and second best all-time 10-minute, 278 on the 10-minute.
So you worked pretty hard.
Yeah, I went
Good
real
job.
hard at the start.
I think you need to go get another bowl of pasta.
Applauso per Sid Schultz. Vieni Sid, vieni. Eccola. Appenninica. Grazie ragazze e ringraziamo anche i ragazzi.
Ooh. Leader's jersey. Oh yeah. Leader women.
Leader women. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. You got this. I love you. I'll see you at the start.
Over there. Quindi. Ci siamo.
Al chilometro 18.5, quindi non è più alla fine della seconda salita, alla fine della strada asfaltata, al chilometro 18.5.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, è partita, terza giornata, forza, importiamo ragazzi, andiamo.
All right, stage 3 is off. Sid looked solid. Yeah, she seems happy. She seems ready to go.
Still going down the road. Surprise. Trying to keep it relatively controlled effort. First of many walls today. Grind. That's some break epic level. Goodbye. Hey, try downhill. Hey. That way. Oh. Good. Nice. That descent was an absolute scream. Took a little wrong turn, so I had to pass the same guy twice. That was kind of dumb, but think. Let's see. Yeah, that 600 feet was a warm up. Now we climb for 1,900 feet. You can see Lola back there, so just gonna stay steady and consistent, ride my own race, see what happens. Try to pick off some boys.
Right here, Sid, right here. This is your pouring on bottle. Yep. Okay, great, man. Do you need anything else? All right, good job. Go, go, go. All right, she's looking good. That was very efficient. Poured some water on herself, got new bottles, and yeah, there she goes.
Okay, that last section to climb, very difficult. Oh, I got this way. Okay, keep together, Sid. And this section, there's beautiful. There we go. Tricky kind of route finding section. I think we did it the other day, but honestly, no idea. Similar. Very tricky. Oh, that was tricky on the body, I'm not gonna lie. Oops, I missed.
Okay, we just made it to Aid 2. We expect Sid in 20-30 minutes probably. So we've got to prep her super high carb bottle. That's the one she handed off to me at the first aid station.
Alright, ordinarily, super tight rocky stuff would be right up my alley, but man, I cannot get my together here. It's okay, I think that's gonna be hard for everybody. Be composed. Come on, stop taking the worst line possible. Back here, I'm getting absolutely brutalized by the flies. Like, to be able to pedal so that I can go faster than the flies. I think we're running out of hills, thank goodness. So wow, that was amazing. Not very efficient through there. Not panicky, tripping over my own feet. Nothing to freak out about. 30 seconds to recalibrate and then hit it because I want to catch some people. A very grassy field. Focus and go fast because this is so pretty.
If If I made any significant mistake on this stage, it was probably coming off the gas a little too much on this grassy traverse section. It was so beautiful up here, the climb had been hellacious, and I guess I was banking on making some time on the descent.
Rut down the hill. I feel like maybe not like all the way.
However, Walda's descent, which was almost 3,000 feet of descending, was incredibly fun. I did end up making a few dumb wrong turns, got confused about which way to go when it popped out onto the road a few times, and generally just kind of bumbled my way down.
Very confused there for a second. This is so cool. I'm really happy to come here. Kept going down here, apparently. About to be on the road. But did we get it in here? I think we did.
By the time we got on the climb, my lead was still about a minute, the same as it had been on the previous climb, and now I was starting to hurt.
I think Lola's is reeling me in, but I'm just gonna try to stay consistent because I thought that last time, and she never quite closed the gap. So now we climb 2,000 feet in 4.7 miles. I think this will get us to the aid station, so it's good. We can budget accordingly, and there's shade, so really got no complaints. I'm letting myself support myself with the bottle every 500 feet I climb. This is sooner than I thought, so I need a full bottle.
Okay, I got this is your mix. That is your water.
Ready to go, Sid.
All right, nice job. Go. All right, Sid just went through aid station 2. She looked real solid. Got her caffeine gel in, got another bottle of high carb, got another bottle of water. We sprayed her down. She's got about 10 miles left and maybe 500 or 600 feet of climbing. So like mostly done with the climb and has a lot of good descending coming up. Lola, who's in second place, is maybe a minute behind her. We'll see what that gap looks like at the finish line.
Lola ended up catching me right at the top of the single track climb, which meant we went into this final paved section of climbing together. While it obviously would have been preferable not to get caught at all, this made for a really fun battle. I found I was able to cover her attacks on this paved section, so I felt pretty good about hanging on until the finish. At least until I made this dumb mistake.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Not the end of the world. Down to the ground, but I think we might get it. kidding me?
Luckily, I was able to get up pretty quickly from this silly crash, and I was starting to be able to see Lola's dust again a few minutes later into the descent. There was one final punchy climb left, however, probably only about 100 feet, but I had absolutely nothing left to give. So I ended up falling back again and finishing out the day about 40 seconds down.
Atleta che arriva rivolunato, numero 102. Salutiamo Sid Schultz.
Found her. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Kind of tough.
Yeah, I bet it was.
That climb was so long and so hot. It was 2,000 feet straight with like no breaks and like not nearly enough shade. I don't know how far back I was, but I would suspect less than a minute.
Yeah.
Either knowing I had such a big lead made me a bit complacent, or perhaps I really did just go too hard yesterday. But it was a bit disappointing and, well, concerning actually, to finish this stage on empty with the warning lights flashing, especially considering what's coming next. At 54 miles and almost 10,000 feet of climbing, tomorrow is a proper queen stage if I've ever seen one. And while I'm going into this day with a 13-minute lead, this is exactly the kind of stage where anything can happen. And let's just say, when you're on day 4 of a stage race, fighting fatigue and exhaustion and riding rugged, unpredictable mountain trails, well, Murphy's Law applies in full.
Not gonna lie, that was really frustrating. Is this where the course goes? You guys have made a horrendous mistake.
The white and red?
Yeah. Not really having a day, you know? Riding bikes in Italy. Wow. Sid. How did we that up that badly?
Check back in on Friday to see how this all wraps up, or watch it right now on Patreon.